All right. What's up, y'all? It's Next Man Up. We back with another video, and we just watched the Colorado and Oregon game. Colorado, unfortunately, moves a 3-1. Oregon put a smackdown on them. I ain't gonna lie, it was bad. It was never close. You could tell from the opening drive that Oregon was just a much more talented team, a better team, deeper roster on both sides of the football. I also feel like in this game, this is the first game I think Prime got outcoached. I honestly feel like he got outcoached this game. I forgot the dude name from Oregon. I think it's like Lennon or something like that. Even Dan Lennon, yeah. Even from the start, it just felt like he was being super aggressive. He wanted to send a message. I think that Colorado coaching staff was playing a lot conservative because they know the talent disparity on the roster. So, like, even coming out,
they were coaching like they weren't trying to make mistakes. Like too many mistakes. Sorry to cut you off. Like you could just tell, like
they were first of all, they were playing like off coverage. They were letting Bo Nix get everything underneath. He was picking them apart. He was sitting back there behind the offensive line, dotting them up. I think he started like 11 for 11 in the first quarter. And it was really detrimental. They didn't want to send any type of pressure and have their corners play press man coverage because one, they don't got Travis Hunter, and two, Oregon has some of the best wide receivers in the entire country. So it was like they was in a tough position. But Adam Lennon, though, before the game, he was talking about he got the boys fired up. Now I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter say like Daly had a problem with the pregame speech because he said that the Colorado was doing it for clicks. I get it. People are mad because obviously I think they're not doing it for clicks. It's Deion Sanders. Obviously gonna be the most covered. Like Colorado is the biggest spectacle in entire college football. It's Deion Sanders. Obviously, he's one of the most popular athletes in America. Of course, that they're going to be a spectacle. Of course, they're going to be popular. Of course, everyone's going to be talking about them. They're a 1-11 roster. You bring in Deion Sanders. They're clearly a better team than last year. It's going to be a national media coverage. I don't think they were doing it for clicks. I just think other coaches are jealous of all the attention he's receiving off of a few games of him being Deion Sanders, of him trying to turn this team around, of him being a great recruiter. Like
they're making it.
Go ahead.
They're making it a jealousy thing. Like they're making it seem like everybody feels like Deion Sanders is a better coach than everybody else, and like they trying to make it seem like Deion's resume is better than everybody else's, like in terms of like college football coaching. That's not just what it is. That's not what it is. Deion Sanders has been like one of the most electric, humans in general since he got drafted. Like from the moment he got drafted to now, like even before that in college, he's just been that type of person. He was going to draw everything. Like this was bound to happen. And then the more they won, the more it just got hyped up because it's like, it's real. Like it's real. And everybody just feels like now it's like everybody's going to give them their best shot. Like they won the shit. Like they just had won the natty. Like you don't have to I'm not saying you don't have to play hard against them, but don't act like it's like, oh, we've been disrespecting everybody else and we just been hyping up Colorado. It's new blood, it's new life, it's something new. Like let everybody else enjoy. Let's enjoy the something new. Like clearly they weren't. The line was 3.5 wins. The over was 3.5 wins. They already got 3. Like that's it. If they win 5 games, 6 games, whatever, it doesn't matter. We gonna stop talking. Like we still gonna talk about them if they go 4-10. I mean, like 4-8, whatever. Like just play your game. You don't have to use Colorado to try and hype up your players. Just play your game. Like they're not really using y'all for attention. Y'all giving them the fuel to the fire, and they just do running with it.
Yeah, and I saw that one player disrespect the Oregon logo in the beginning of the game, which wasn't good, especially with you coming in as an underdog. I don't know why he did that. So I think that those two situations balance out. Those situations balance out. I think it got Adam Lennon fired. Dan Lennon, or whatever his name is, fired up to start the game. He was seen talk about when they asked him about Colorado a few months ago. He was saying they never won anything and something like that. That's the same coach that was doing that. So he's had a lot to say about Deion and Colorado for the time being. But yeah, they came out aggressive. He called. They went for it on 4th and down. Like he was not messing around. I saw when they were up 35-0. He went for it on 4th down and scored a touchdown. Like he was at halftime. He was talking about like we're not done. Like he wanted to send a message to the entire country. And I don't know if that was needed, but he sent the message. It's clear. It's loud and clear right now. Oregon is one of the best teams in the nation. and Colorado has a long way to go. I think that should be the takeaway from this. I don't know why this was a surprise to anyone. I think we all expected Colorado to put up a better fight, but it was no way people thought this game was going to be close or that the Colorado was going to win. Just because Oregon has one of the best offensive lines in the nation, and they have a good defensive line. And then it's the opposite for Colorado. Both of their offensive line and defensive line is trash. The secondary without Travis Hunter is skeptical. So it's like I don't know. I don't. But
well, I'm about to say this game didn't tell anybody anything that they didn't already know. Oregon was averaging.
Unless you wasn't watching college football. Unless you wasn't watching college
football. Like Oregon was averaging 50+ points a game. Bo Nix is on a Heisman tear. Oregon clearly been one of the better teams in the division, in the conference, in the world, in the world period. Like this was bound to happen. We knew Colorado wasn't that good. Like we knew that already. I don't even know why. Like people are running, like they were running. They was waiting for this. Like they were waiting for this just so they could go clown on them, and then it's gonna look even worse after next week because USC is gonna do damn near the same thing, and then they right back to regular. They 3-2, and now it's gonna be like a little bit more died down, and Colorado's gonna have to go back and play their game and just win and gut it out like a regular team would without all the extra hype. Like I expect the hype to die down just a little bit because people are gonna be on that they just lost like type of attitude. They just gonna have to be forced to play their game and really get in the X and the O's.
Yeah, so this game to show Colorado has so much to work on. They need to improve their offensive line for sure. They didn't improve the defensive line for sure. They didn't improve their secondary. But it wasn't going to be a one-year thing. This is a makeshift roster, a lot of transfer portal players. Deion is a great recruiter. He's going to build this team over a few years. I think it'll probably take about 2 or 3 seasons for this team to actually be a national championship contender. Right now, maybe next year they'll be like a fringe playoff contender because, it's a 12-team playoff league, next year. But even then, I think next year will be even a stretch for even to make it be a top 12 team in the nation because they have a lot of holes in this roster. And thankfully, Travis will be back next year. I think Shedeur should stay as well because I don't think he's going to be able to fully showcase what he can do behind his offense line with it being this bad, especially with the deeper competition coming up now. They got USC next week. They got UCLA. I think they still play Oregon State. I think they still play Utah.
They go. It goes USC, Arizona State, UCLA. Then they see Stanford. Then it's like a couple of mid teams. And then they end off, with like 2 games at the end hard. But they got to get they wins in the middle, like in that middle back half. I mean, get like a cool 5 and be 6. But yeah, you're right. This is a next 2-year kind of team. Like next year, if they win 5, 6 games this year, next year they can root for 8. Hopefully that helps them sneak in on the back half of a 12-teamer, maybe. But most likely they're going to be trying to shoot to win bowl games and do things like that. Because after Shedeur leave, now you got to bring in another quarterback that's going to go in there and play. And, you got to get your weapons right. O-line. Like, especially if they get some young O-linemen. Like, if they get some young O-linemen that's going to be there for 3-4 years, then they can really work with something. Get the corners right. Linebacker, they're okay. They'll be fine. But definitely need to get bigger on both sides of the trenches.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like, I think personally, I feel like the weapons room right now is okay. Dylan Elris, good running back. Jimmy Horn, good receiver. Weaver, they got the one dude. I think is I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say Weaver, but you said Weaver.
Yeah, then they got this dude that came back today. I don't know his name. I'm not too familiar with him, but he's like a 6'3", 220-pound receiver. He made a good play today. But I feel like they're good with the weapons. But those weapons are nothing if you don't have an offensive line to protect them. Like Shedeur had no time today. He had a bad performance, and he's firmly out of the Heisman race now. I think with this performance, I think the Oregon defense is good, but not this good. I don't like to hold Colorado 6 points and then also have Shedeur not play that well as well. He had no time. He got to learn how to step up in the pocket sometimes and make throws under duress. I think that's his biggest knock. Shadeur's biggest knock is making throws under pressure. We've seen it in spurts. We've seen it in moments where he's been able to do that. But he's not the most elusive quarterback. He's not the most athletic quarterback. So if teams can get him turning his back and force him outside the pocket, then good things can happen for teams like that. I think that's the next step of his game, possibly, his pocket presence it's already good. But if he can, learn how to make plays outside the pocket on a consistent basis, that's gonna be the next step in his progression as a quarterback, and they'll have him flying the draft boards. I think he should wait until next year, where QB1 is up for grabs. I think
anybody can be QB1 next year. Like that's how like open it is. Somebody's gonna have to make their mark. Like, and you can assure your draft position. Maybe next year he's a number one pick type of player. Like next year is definitely gonna be a year that somebody's going to draft a quarterback one. In the top 5. He could definitely be one of those top 5 picks. Clearly, the word is right. He's not gonna be a top 5 pick this year. Clearly, maybe not be a first rounder. Next year, he's definitely going to be a first rounder. And you could just fly with the boards like that.
Yeah, I mean, with all the hype from the week 3s, I think I see him in some draft boards going like being QB3. But this year, they got Caleb Williams, they got Drake May, they got Michael Penix, they got what's his name? I'm due from Texas. I'm blanking on it. Quinn Ewers. I think he can be technically ahead of some of them. But like I said, with this schedule coming up next, I don't know how he's going to display his game, especially against USC, was a much improved defense this season. We never seen what Lincoln Riley could do with the defense, and now that he has one, okay to good defense, they're going to send a lot of pressure at Colorado's offensive line. And bro, he's taking 60 hits. He's taking 60 hits through 3 games, and he's been sacked 19 times. The line is not good at all.
When he takes sacks, he always takes them like at the wrong time.
15 yards, bro. 15 yards back, bro. Always,
he's feeding them. I get it. Like you want to make the play. Like I get it. Like, but it's always at the wrong time. 3rd down, lost for 15 to 18 yards. It's like, come on, bro. And it's like,
yeah, he kind of does. He kind of does hold the ball too long.
Yeah, like. That's the thing. Like when you win in games, a lot it's hard to correct yourself when you're winning games. Like it's hard to coach yourself when you're winning games. So like now, like going into the meetings on Monday, they're gonna really be digging hard into everything because like when you lose, all your mistakes, they're even more magnified. That's why like you gotta get coached up when you're winning. So like you understand like yeah, we could have definitely lost this game because you took that dumbass sack or whatever. But you're winning the game, so you're gonna be like we won, blah blah blah. But this is just an eye opener for themselves. Like, yeah, they got to play better.
Yeah, it's definitely an eye opener, and hopefully, I don't know. Caleb is like that, man. He probably put like 50 points on them next week, but hopefully they can make it a shootout. I think this offense is good. Like they can put up points. They play some mid competition. I will say that. I'm sorry.
I said I'm gonna see what the line is for next week.
Yeah, check that out. Check the line because today it was 21 points, and Oregon smashed that. I think to talk about Oregon for a second, I don't want to just focus on Colorado because Oregon did display a great game. Their biggest strength right now is their offensive line. Their running back depth is insane. They have insane wide receiver depth as well. Also, they got Bucky. Bucky is from Chicago, so I was happy to see him thrive today. He went to Minnesota at first, and then he came to Oregon last year. But he's from a school called Hillcrest, like high school out here in Chicago. So it was good seeing him. I watched him in high school. So I don't know about his NFL chances, but he's been doing good in college.
Yeah, their weapons as a whole, like at all three positions, they're like above average to like borderline, like not elite, but like definitely like doable. They transfer. They play hard. They get open. You mentioned like crazy. Maybe it's because they have a lot of time because the O line is great, but wide receivers get open. Running backs. I think bro had like 89 yards on 10 carries. They just get it done. And Bo Nix, I don't like Bo Nix, but I can't argue with production. He's producing. That one pick, it was just it was a slight mistake, better play, but all in all,
bro been in college forever, man. This man was playing against Justin Herbert. His first game was against Justin Herbert, bro. Like that's how long he's been in college. Like I don't know what that does for his draft prospects, but I think he's coming out this year.
Like he's played the most games of any quarterback in the league, in college football. Like right now, he got like 51 starts. Nah, still, Bo Nix got 51 starts, like the most starts, which is crazy. So like you expect this. Like, hey, you can hear on announcers, oh, the game has slowed down for him. It should. Like, it should have slowed down. He's been here for a while. And this is his second year in the offense. Like, so he grasped it a lot better. So this game, like, especially since against Colorado, the Heisman talks are just gonna keep heating up. Like, at this point, I don't really know who's gonna win it. Because Michael Penix, he's been playing amazing too. Caleb is Caleb. So it's up for grabs, and it's gonna be moments like this, like beating a team that everybody like, Colorado's a ranked team. Like, whether they should have been ranked that high or not, it was a ranked team, and they went out there and they basically demolished them. So he looked good.
I think Caleb Williams should personally be the Heisman front runner. Either him or Michael Penix. And you argue Michael Penix has been having a great season. I won't argue it, but I think Caleb Williams is.
That's my little agenda right there. I didn't like him before, but I like he throws a good ball. He's accurate. Yeah, he's accurate. Like, they saying he's like the next Tua. I'm not saying he's Tua, but like Tua accurate. So if you can't complain if you're getting compared to one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. And any team, especially like if the Vikings are up on the board and they find a way to grab a Michael Penix, I'd do it in a heartbeat. You give him two bona fide weapons. You got a tight end. Hopefully they get themselves a running back and offensive line. They can fix that all in one draft, and he lands in the right spot. Like this draft, there's a lot of the teams that can go grab a quarterback in those type of ranges. They mostly have their team set. They could just drop a quarterback in and do what they got to do.
Yeah, I think so. To wrap it up, I think the main theme of this game is, for me, with all the speculation, with all the scrutiny that was handed Deion's way, he's already won, bro. His main goal this year was to bring attention to Boulder, Colorado. He has the entire Black community repping for him, rappers, artists, basketball players, other athletes. He's been drawing so much attention. He's gonna kill it and recruit in the next 2-3 seasons. Everybody's gonna want to play for Colorado. Like, they're gonna get so much NIL money. He's gonna be able to rebuild this team. The main focus here is winning, obviously, but this season is already a success. Bring all this attention. You're gonna bring recruits. You already won more games than you won last season. If this team gets to 6 wins, it's a highly impressive season. And next year, you're going to get a lot of recruits that want to play for Colorado. That's how you rebuild a team. That's how you rebuild an institution. And I feel like with all the hype, that part has got, like, taken away from it, where it's like, this is an entire win for Colorado, this entire season. Like, so I think that should be in the forefront, not all the narratives around Deion and, the coaches and all this stuff like that. It's been a lot of hype. People are getting annoyed by seeing him so much. But first of all, he's putting money in his son's pocket. Shedeur is the highest paid athlete in college football over Caleb Williams. So he's putting money in his son's pockets. He getting these HBCU kids attention that they were never going to get in a swag. So it's a W for Deion. And it's a W for the Black community. It's a W for Colorado. And if you thought they were going to win this game, you're delusional. It's delusional. They're going to lose next week too.
Yeah, a lot of the W's were non-box score W's, and that was perfectly fine. Because even if it was for selfish reasons or not, people are going to want to come play for Colorado because they're going to be on TV, they're going to get seen, they could get NIL money. Like, even if it's not to just win football games, all those other things are present, and that's just going to help them, whether they want to get drafted, when they want to move on to the next phase or whatever. They want money here, money there, whatever. They still getting the looks. And that's just old Deion. Deion, on the recruiting tip, he's one of the only people, like only coaches like in college football that can walk into any living room he wants. And 9 times out of 10, he could probably get that player to switch their commitment because it's Deion Sanders. And everybody just witnessed what was going on. Like, why would you not want to go play for Deion Sanders? Like, one of the greatest players to ever play the sport that you're playing right now. He's like arguably a top 3 player ever, regardless of position. Like, why would you not want to go there? He's motivational. He knows how to talk to you. He connects with you. It's all in all a great place to be right now, whether they're winning all the games or not.
Yeah, energy is definitely with Colorado, and we are still with y'all, man. We still with y'all. Tough loss today. Keep it good, bro. We still with y'all, man. We finna get out of here, though. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all our social media accounts. And like the video for sure so we can get more views and more end up on people recommended pages. Oh, my God. That was crazy. But we out, y'all.